Alright, so today I'll go over the general attachments for all the weapons. So let's get started. So for ARs, there is honestly really like two main attachment setups. You have a thumb grip and a tactical stock versus the vertical grip and the heavy stock. So the thumb grip and tactical would be for faster ADS, and the vertical grip and heavy stock would be for the most vertical and horizontal recoil reduction. I personally would recommend for OARs you always run a vertical grip, and if it has a 4 slot like the EC32 and M4, I would run the heavy slot because personally looking at it, the ADS in PUBG isn't even that slow, so I don't really think it's necessary to want to have a faster ADS. Obviously, it would be better if you're in like very intense like hot drops and close range and you have the ADS really quickly, or you have to react really quickly. But I think for most scenarios, the base ADS is perfectly fine. I don't think you need anything faster than that. It's hard, just like 1 second. I think it's good enough. Um, Also to note, because for a lot of the 4 attachment ARs, you can consider running at 3 times, which was even more why I would recommend the vertical grip and the heavy stock, because the higher the scope, the more recoil it is. And if you're running at 3 times with a thumb grip and tactical, it doesn't really make sense. You would only really run a red dot with that. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna talk about the SMG attachments. So for the SMG attachments, there's 3 setups you can run. You can run the hipfire setup, which usually goes along the lines of suppressor, laser sight, and tactical, because that gives you the most hipfire bonus for attachments. And even with those on SMG, because it already has low recoil, the recoil is fine. If you want to make the SMG like the MP5K a laser beam, you can run the full horizontal and vertical recoil reduction set, which is the comp, the vertical grip, and the heavy stock. I run this because it makes it really easy to control. It actually just turns it into a laser beam personally. You can also run the calm, thumb grip, and tactical. Again, it's for faster ADS because SMGs already have easy recoil, but I personally would always recommend for most guns just run a vertical grip and a heavy stock if possible. The mags, a lot of people don't know this, but the quick draw mag gives you 30% reload speed with no extra ammo, so base is 30. The extended mag gives you extra ammo, which for ARs like M4, it raises it to 42. And for extended quick draw, it gives half and half. It gives you 40 ammo and 15 reload, faster reload. So for most ARs, you want to run extended quick draw. For most DMRs, you just want to run extended because you want to have those 2 extra shots. Alright, so moving on to the DMR attachment. DMRs, I personally will only run the setup which goes suppressor, light grip, and an extended mag. Because for DMRs, with the reward down, I don't think you can't really spam it anymore. So the compensator loses its value, as in the previous scenes where you can spam it like a machine gun, which makes the compensator useful. But now it's more slow tune, dragon off speed, so it's more single fire, sniping. If you want, you can also switch the lightweight grip with the vertical grip. Personally, I would run the lightweight grip because it's just all around very good for single shot. But if you're having problem with that jump up with the DMR sniping, you can run the vertical. And a common misconception about SRs, I don't know if people do this nowadays or not, but for SRs, you would never want to run the SR compensator because it's a single fire, so the vertical and horizontal reduction doesn't even do anything to it. So just run a flash hider, even better, run a suppressor. And for the LMGs, only for the M249, just always run a heavy stock. And you can run an extended mag on it because you won't really be reloading it. It has a base capacity of, I'm pretty sure, 160 shots with the extended and 150 with the quick draw extended. But it doesn't really affect how long you reload because the reload is so long. And heavy stocks for maximum recoil reduction because It has 160 shots and it goes crazy. So closing it off is gonna be the shotgun. So the only really changeable shotgun is the S12K and the U12. The S12K, I would recommend just running a suppressor because sometimes you'll find that if you run the choke, it makes it harder to hit people because the bullet spread is a bit too tight. The suppressor gives you a 5% reduction in hipfire, which I think is perfect. And it also sounds really cool with the suppressor. For the O12, you always want to run the laser sight because it is a pure hipfire gun. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. And yeah, thanks for watching and see ya.